Hey guys, it's Rombo here, and pretty good day of trading, kind of wacky, but we made our way through it. Today we'll be covering Sybil, FERN, LGBS, and Ilis. Sybil, after a really good run, had a little comeback here a little bit, and that's exactly what I was guessing was going to happen because it went so far up here through the final deviation line. It never basically holds that deviation line, which it didn't. We had a comeback here. We had a wick that dipped just about all the way down to 50%. That would be a sign of very good, a sign of good rest. And I would like to see maybe another couple of bodies working their way back down here. I know that no one likes to see stock come down, but just think of it as gaining strength. It's resting, and then that will allow for another really big move. What we want to be careful of is with a very extreme upward parabolic run. You can have a parabolic run down. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so your money is your money. And do with it as you would like. But if you're in it just for a day trade or a week, if you just trying to play this quote unquote pump, then you definitely should have been out, with the 5% stop loss or so. But if you're in it for a longer haul, this is just a blip on the screen. That does not mean you don't have a stop loss. You do want to take some profits, especially if you foresee a dip. You might want to take some profits, maybe take your initial investment out and just let your investment, your profits run. And when you see a dip, then you could and start putting in more money as you see the dip start to rise again. So that's one way of playing with Sybil. For me, again, this could just as easily go up again tomorrow. We had with this this candle, we had a big, huge topping tail. Then we had what we call an evening star, somewhat with a massive topping tail right after it. So I thought it might have been coming down after this move, and yet it came up. So now we do have this is a red candle. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow it might continue upward. But it also, for me, it's more of a sign that we should have a retracement here on Sybil. So take that in mind. Fern, again, same thing, massive run up. We had a little rest here, a big jump up to the third deviation. We had, again, steep up, steep down. Generally, though, this move was a pretty good rest. I would prefer to see it maybe come down and bounce off of the second deviation here, or pretty much overall this whole run right here. If you want to take it the whole run, the Fibonacci level is 0021 would be a really good rest. But seeing the momentum that's coming in on Fern, I personally wouldn't see it come down that far. We might bounce off the second deviation, or maybe the 1.5 deviation right here, where we definitely have support here, and then continue on the journey upward. We have higher highs and we have higher lows. So that is something good to see. The deviation lines are going upwards. So we are still in an uptrend with Fern, and but that doesn't mean that you can't take some profits or protect yourself. With your investment, take it all out. Wait for a dip, and have it start coming up. If it starts going up right away tomorrow, then just and then you can get back into it. So. That's the way to play, the way I would play Fern. I'm in at 0122. Not concerned about this quite yet. if it gets down below the second deviation, then I'll be watching and waiting to see what happens here at the 50. If it bounces off of the 50, then I'm fine. If it probably breaks, I personally will probably get stopped out here. Yep, a lot of profits jump down, but I'm not going to let it come all the way back down here, because once it probably bounces off the 50, we're probably coming eventually back down to the average means line. So I'll lock in some profits. Yeah, I left some on the table, but this is a long-term play, so that's what I'm doing with with Fern LGBS. Very, very good day today. Again, like I talked about yesterday, I was expecting and I was hoping for, a pullback back down to the one deviation to make a bigger move up. Really nice jump up today. Kind of leaves us in no man's land here, but we are above a trend line now. We're still in the general overall, we are in a downtrend. For this move overall, we're still going up. When the deviation lines are going up like this, you buy the dips and you just let it continue to go up. You don't get afraid. After this rip here, and all of a sudden, oh no, the world's on fire. No, it's just a dip on its upward trend here. But with that said, we are in lower. We did have a lower high here. So you want to be careful on seeing what is going to happen next. Just because we had a good day here doesn't mean then we could, we had a couple really good days right here, and then boing, oh, good day, boing, boing, boing. All right, so this could continue downward. I don't know why I said those boinks. That was kind of weird. But so that's LGBS. Ilis, again, another red day. With the bottoming tails, we did, come down quite a bit, but we did come back, and look at that, right on the 50% fib line. Percentage-wise, again, it's a nice rust. It's 50% down, and typically that could mean the next move up, but it's also the way it comes down. You want a nice 45-degree rest, kind of like this right here, right? That was around 50% move from here. It had a nice rest and be able to make another move. When it gets parabolic like this, parabolic up, sometimes parabolic down. So I'm gonna keep an eye on Ilis tomorrow at the bell and see how it starts out. Maybe if it gaps up a little bit and makes a run back up, well, that might be a good sign. But if it breaks 3274 area and works its way down here, you might maybe set a stop loss if you want to on the red line here, which would be 0.312. And if it breaks 0.3024, then we might be looking at a good retracement down to the 0.25 level, and the overall Fibonacci move on this move, the 50% is I can't read it there. It's around the 0.23 level. So again, the world's not on fire. For Ilis is in general still moving upward. We have a move down. Again, just because it's gone up, never assume that it always goes up. It could come back down. There's always that possibility. That's always got to be in your mind. It's only pride and kind of silliness thinking that it's just going to eternally go up. And that's where due diligence comes into play, the hard work that guys like Moon Market does to get really good companies with good numbers behind it, so that helps you kind of weather the ups and downs of stocks like Ilis that will have big runs and then drops. So, but I mean, look, it's been stewing for a long time, and now we had a good rip. And the hot, it's not even getting hot yet. Ilis, I think, is kind of jumping the gun a little bit here because it's such a great company and they have a lot of catalysts coming. So I'm confident in this one. But again, I'm never going to just sit and watch my profits go and then start losing money. So if it gets down around here, I might take my profits out, and then if it continues downward, I'll wait for the dips and wait for the next run and put money back into it. So that's what I have with Ilis. Again, I want to give a shout out to Moon Market and the guys at the Discord. It's just a great group, and you could get on there, and I'm on streaming every single day, and we could ask questions, look at charts, learning how to do setting up indicators, what these are, how to use them, trade strategies. We're going to be setting up a kind of like a not a school per se, but maybe a learning project to where we're going to be doing some certain strategies for beginner traders of learning how to read charts and playing basic long term on the daily chart, moving average crossover strategy, and we're going to be playing with that, and maybe all of us getting together and putting in small amounts and just learn how that strategy is being used. So we're doing stuff like that. It's just a great family there, really good time, and we're all in it to help each other out and to make money. And when you have a family like that, good things happen. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. And speaking of the indicators, I've had a lot more people ask me about where I get my indicators from. There's some free ones from Use ThinkScript, and then the paid for ones. I don't have one on here that I see, but I use Fun with ThinkScript, and you can look at my previous videos to see like the Roberts regression, this MACD divergence, this wolf wedge here. These things are all paid for, and you get that from Fun with ThinkScript. I'll leave the link below for those. And please, you guys, I ask that you just give me a little like and subscribe. I would be very thankful for that. I do read your comments also, and I promised that I tried to promise to remember. Because of some of those comments that you read, some of the numbers are fuzzy in the prices. I tried to remember to do that. I'm an old man. I forget sometimes. I hope I called out most of the prices there in the levels. And I promise I'll work on that and try to get better with that too, because I do want you guys to be able to fully understand and record what I'm saying here, and find out, put those prices in, because I know some of you guys are doing that, which is good. So I'll try to be even better next time. And with that said, I hope you guys have a really good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.